I mean the guy's name.
Who?
The guy playing first.
Who?
The guy playing first base.
Who?
The guy on first base.
Who is on first?
What are you asking me for? I don't know.
Wait a minute,
I'm asking you who's on first.
That's his name.
Well, go ahead and tell me.
Who?
The guy on first.
That's it.
Here's a thought for Wrath of Butterpkin. Oh, Wrath of Butterpkin. You know Cottontail 86 likes to keep you on your toes. Maybe you reset the sound alert because the last one was too tame. He needed that extra to wake everyone up. Or maybe the chat got a little too wild and he wanted to keep us guessing. Either way, buckle up, Buttercup. It's about to get hilariously chaotic.
Hey, Butter Pecan. Hey, D-Camel. Good evening. Happy Friday. No, happy Tuesday. I don't know why I had Friday in my head. Hi Ellie, how's it going tonight? It's gonna take until Friday to understand this new bullshit arc. There's been a lot of people angry. There's been a lot of people angry. I'm a little on the neutral side yet. Like, I see a lot of issues with some of the changes that have been started. But I'm one of those people that I get on that optimistic side of things. And I feel that either the changes that they're making are going to be beneficial long term, or they're going to back up. You know, I haven't seen anybody talk too much about Trash Point, but I'm seeing very similar sentiment. I know right now perception is just as bad. We'll see if the gameplay mechanics are at least playable. If the gameplay is playable, like somebody can push through this pretty easily. I haven't gotten into any of the real details yet. But it doesn't look like this is anything that's gonna be like super important. Haven't done the dual waves yet, but it's nice that you pay token to access the whole area, not just one system. So you can change systems for once you pass the token point. Yeah, and I didn't even realize that it was tokenized. I sent my my vengeance out there, and I just automatically clicked past the notification of the token, because I think I'm used to it with like the squall and the cube and stuff that have the instant warp. So having that extra click, I'm usually used to kind of ignoring that and clicking through it. So I didn't even realize that it was a token system until I kind of had the ship moving, and then I was like, wait a minute, that was asking for a token. Hey players, we have this great new mechanic. It's called G5 scrapping. It only takes 60 days to get 2,000 rare mats and 900k trit. Enjoy. You know, the 900k trit I'm not too sad about. The 60 days sucks. But yeah, so far, what I see, as far as materials go, I think loyalty for G7 players. I think loyalty is definitely way more lucrative. I think if somebody were 61 today and able to scrap a Nova, you know, like they may see benefit out of it. Like there's a very specific point where it'd be beneficial, but being 71, my needs are way higher than what that refinery is going to provide. And 2 cycles here, I can have 80,000 uncommon and 10,000 rare. It's almost more tempting than if I really did want to get rid of the ships to actually use the destruct button. I don't think we're still waiting on like we're running the actual numbers on the battle passes. I think if you're somebody that was normally buying the $100 battle pass, you're going to be way ahead. If you're somebody that was only buying the $20 battle pass, I think you're going to be even. And if you're somebody that's going to buy the $50 battle pass, you might need to get your head checked. But if you're going to if you normally would go for the $100 one, I think it's probably a better value. The choice rewards, I'm a little bit skeptical on. I don't think that we're going to be short any on materials and resources. I'm assuming that we're going to be getting the most out of it. But the ability to wait and spend what you want when you want for strategic usage in alliance tournaments was definitely beneficial.
Thank you for the stream.
And that mechanic is now gone.
I just wanna thank you for the stream.
7 streams. Thank you, Ellie, so much. I see engineering. I want a recycle folder, not a destruct button. Make a way to get the extra ships you never used out of the way so you can find them easier, faster. Yeah, I do think that we are going to end up having some kind of a favoriting option to be able to get stuff sorted to the front. Hey, Tin Man.
Thank you for the stream. I just wanna thank you for the stream.
Like a college game almost. Thank you for the 3 stream streak, SC Engineering. 1K followers. Long-term goals. We'll just put it that way. Long-term goals. Collect all button. I definitely would like to have the collect all button. How's it going, Omega J? The man just updated the game. I feel like overall, the game launch was fairly smooth. I haven't really played much, but I haven't really heard of many activity or many issues. There was a little bit of stuff that happened with like some of the crews and some of the armadas, I guess, maybe. But I don't think that was nearly as breaking as it was last month. So we made improvements. Some of the other choices that they made on doing things was definitely interesting. Read through all the events and have ignored it, all doing my regular stuff, Sphere and MU runs. Well, a lot of it sounds like you can actually get done with normal hostile type stuff. I haven't even really looked through the events yet. I haven't built the building yet. So they gave us known issues and fixes. Token art, login calendar, remote campus linked special packs, battle pass, building upgrade SLB. That's a long list of stuff. I love the communication on it though. Certain buffs were not being applied against armadas or hostiles. Continuing to investigate. Promo codes fixed. Shipyard level requirements for scrapping ships are not consistent with ship rarities. Fix will be included in mid-month update. So G6 players have to wait a little bit to do some of the scrapping. Level 78 had a weird warp range. Fleet commander unseating for scrapping. Unseating fleet commanders currently increases scrapping rewards payout. This behavior will remain in the game and will not be changed. Okay, as soon as I started reading that, I thought they were going to say that they were going to make it so that it didn't change it. I don't know if I do actually have the known issues channel mirrored. I didn't read it if I do. Did not see a big benefit to the new officers. Not yet. Hi, Rage Starved. How you doing tonight? I haven't seen a benefit yet. I don't even know what the two cadets' abilities were. I saw the EMH's abilities in that update video or the preview video. That was about wave defense, PvP, isolated cascade damage against explorers. And that's against players, a critical chance by 20% against players. Yeah, that seems very weak. Caleb has programmable matter, prodigy, restore 7% shield health against outposts and non-armada hostiles on round start. That's a rare officer. That's actually kind of surprising. I mean, shield health isn't a bad thing. Increases weapon damage by 1000% against outposts and retaliation hostiles on combat start. Not bad. She's rare as well. Group work. Restore 7% of shield health on round start and wave defense. Increases the amount of retaliation medals and retaliation plunder received from solo outposts and elite solo outpost retaliation attacks by 70%. Like, those aren't bad. Those aren't bad. Yeah. Well, I imagine that means that next month we're going to see the other officers that deal with some of the other ship types. I thought one of these had a ship type in them too, but it must have been both the Doctor's abilities. Increases interceptor against explorers. Those are kind of conflicting, but that's really similar to like the, what is that? The retaliation crew, like the lower decks crew, like Jax, Billups, and I don't remember who the third one was, where they have differing abilities whether for the officer versus below decks. That's 7% cumulative. It probably is. %7 on each round. So that would stack with like Deska on normal hostile things. That opens up some interesting crew ideas. If you have something that's completely shield, keeps the shield up. You have the possibility to take very little damage with like a Janeway and a Walk Carol. That could open up some interesting crews. Yeah, I understand it's the bridge function, but good evening, Big Booty Benga. How you doing tonight? Would you get rid of and use them? I would get rid of Suitor. Do like a Janeway Janeway, Seska, and one of those two is my first thought. I don't know. We'll have to see what that would have to go into practice with. Because it'd be a very, very niche area. I'm kind of thinking about like some of the ship skin things with these new hostiles with the critical damage mitigation stuff. It'd be interesting to see how that works. It'd be worth testing. It'd be worth testing. Let's get this academy building built. That's kind of funny when you're in the building here, it doesn't show the Sigma totals that you have. Love the anti-hollow refit. Step 1, get them. Step 2, get disappointed by them. That's how a lot of it goes. Hello, Jorg. How you doing tonight? All right, so now we get to have... You know, we're basically just building the Athena. Claim Academy field passes from the Academy refinery to travel to Academy training systems. Defeat training domes to get training merits, which earn you Sigma resources and more. And the Academy refinery exchange training merits for engineering credits to purchase resources, simulation codes, use to start wave defenses, and class honors to upgrade the remote campus. Fight training drones and do a wave defense. Earn Academy science and command credits. Exchange for materials, Starfleet Academy officers, and officer laurels to upgrade them. Academy training drones inflict heavy critical damage and always critically hit. The remote campus grants critical mitigation against them. Critical mitigation provides true critical damage mitigation after all other bonuses. I kind of wish you could actually, like, look at the ship a little bit more. I wish you could see the ship just a little bit more. Let's see, this is all the same. So every 500 critical mitigation increases critical damage you can take by 1%. Level 20 unlocks 7-star building material cost efficiency and daily exchanges in the Academy refinery. Level 30 unlocks PvE and PvP Apex barrier bonuses. Earn a one-time gift of Academy field passes, simulation codes, and Sigma speedups every 10 levels starting at level 20. And our first level here gets us 1% critical mitigation. And should grant us a refinery. That ship, that building is the Athena, is the USS Athena. This is basically the saucer section of the Athena. No, that's the Academy ship from Starfleet, Star Trek Academy. He's like, you can't can't really see it, but like this is the well, I mean, we're not technically guaranteed to have use of the ship. Like, this isn't something that's sitting in the shipyard currently. I'm actually kind of surprised that it doesn't have any designation wrote on it. But I don't know if the Athena ship on Academy actually had any kind of actual writing on it either. Even if Max Vengeance is dying in the new waves. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that right off the rip that if they don't have the building leveled, maybe. I'm gonna see if I can compare this. Because, like, this is the Athena. So, like, it's up in space dock. It's detaching from the nacelles. So, like, this is the actual ship here. So this is the ship basically docking in its base for the Academy area down in San Francisco. And there's kind of a little, I think there's one of the shots kind of really sends it home when it sits down. Kind of like right there. I mean, you can tell that it's the same building. So I imagine at some point in next month's arc, this is going to become the building. Yeah, I'm not certain if this is going to be geared towards the hostile drones out in the regular space, or if this is going to be geared towards the arena or the wave defense. That I'm very interested to see. I mean, if this doesn't become the ship, that's going to be extremely surprising. I mean, it's right there. But I'm guessing that there's something in the story about it being, like, I don't know, damaged, needing to be repaired or something like that. No, no, when I was saying arena, I meant the new wave defense. My brain just got messed up with the terminology. I don't want to throw stones, but the show is canceled, so this arc will die. Well, I mean, it's got an end of life. I mean, that's for sure. Yeah, the dual wave defense. It has an end of life. I mean, we have this season, and then they have one more season. So this has 2 potential arcs. But I mean, when they started working on this, it hadn't been canceled yet. And I mean, at a certain point, you know, like they're too far into it to really back out. So this is the one for attacking the hostels. Will you be my friend? I need to do a wave defense. I don't think we could do cross server stuff. I mean, if you want to come to server 34 and whale up, build an account up into like level 61 or whatever, we could do some wave defenses together. Hi, Kirk Dragon. How's it going tonight? we could be wave defense buddies. All right, so we need credits to do that. We need merits to do that. We need credits for that. We get simulation codes. So we do get some of the stuff to do the wave defense. Pen pals. That's basically what this is at that point. For something like this, that's definitely more like pen pals. It'd be interesting if they do open it up to cross server stuff, and maybe that could be something that comes with the next month. Oh, I didn't realize they're giving us this title right off the rip. Failed the Kobayashi Maru. Don't know if it's anybody or just Alliance members. I'm assuming it's just anybody. I know it's a pay your own way system. That one's locked. I think I definitely want to play with the regular hostels a little bit before jumping into that. I'm hoping that this upgrade takes effect out in the wild. That should have a 1% critical damage mitigation. Okay, so there is critical damage mitigation happening. Those numbers aren't right. Oh no, there's 3 commas there. Okay. I was thinking there was only 2 commas. I was like, wait a minute. Interesting. That training playing something you need to do first? I think this whole first week is kind of based on that. I think this whole first week is kind of getting into these systems and dealing with these drones first. So I see that we have 2 level 61 systems. 262s, 263s, 264s, 265s. So they gave us a little bit of room to spread out. This is very similar Very similar in structure to V'ger Space. Use the loot crew to do the 60 ones, didn't take too long. Nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep on working my way up. I'm gonna open up every system until I get to one where I'm struggling. And we'll get the ship blown up. And then I'll probably actually kick off the mission. Because I'm guessing that the mission involves some tromping around out here. I won't struggle. At a certain point, I'll struggle. I mean, it might even just only be a struggle on warp range. I don't know. I'll reach some kind of a limit. If there's not some kind of a limit, they didn't design this very well. And G6, the loot doubles with every level of hostile. I don't remember if it was the... I don't remember if it was the strength doubles at the same time. And 7. Oh, they have more than one level in these systems, so I'd end up going up 2 levels. I got so used to having 1 level in each system. There's a loot goblin. I was waiting for that to despawn. Yeah, you only have to pay to get into the first system. It's kind of like Mirror Universe a little bit. Where you have like an entry token. People don't know that? I don't know. I thought by looking at the system it was a little obvious. There's only one lock symbol. Yeah, I always like to work your way into it because you know, like you never know if there's going to be any kind of a crew benefit with some of these things. So that was 240. The loot goblins are double. I don't know what the refine requirement was. We're getting training merits. So the 6-star ones need to be converted to 7-star. So I need 216,000. I have 457 so far. Which, not running a loot crew, not doing anything efficient yet. Learning. Don't use all your travel tokens, you'll need one to complete the mission. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. I thought about starting the mission while I'm out here. We'll see how dead my ship goes. Otherwise, I'll do it on a second trip. I know there's always one mission that has you come out into these systems. Ideally, if I get up to one where the hostile takes half my hull, then I'll know that I've hit the wall that I can't go past. The turtle saved again. That's great to hear. Howdy, Laravi. How's it going tonight? Yeah, that 65 took a little bit more of a chunk out. Noticeable, but it wasn't too bad. Hi, Earned Way. How you doing tonight? I'm excited to get into this new hostels, the new loop. I like the new challenges and stuff that come with this stuff. I'm not gonna kill all these things. I like figuring out these new things. There's a lot of other stuff that's happening in the background, like the G5 scrapping, the choice tokens coming out of the battle passes, and just the new battle pass structure that's a little bit dicey. But I'm gonna approach this feature alone, kind of try to get most of that out of my head. Op 60, no new stuff. Yeah, you're missing that by one level. But I do think that it may be worthwhile to sit back in a little bit on this. Because if they come back and restructure this in like the next week or so, like if they redo anything, like it may be worthwhile to push the button on 61 if you really want to get into it. Otherwise, sitting back and just waiting next month for this to see whatever the feature is next month. Whatever the next ship or whatever does. Got another flashbang system. Now, I haven't looked at like any of my fleet commanders or anything like that to make sure I have these set right. $65 is a little bit rough. I'm gonna start encountering issues here in the 66, 67 range. Could be also surveys versus hitting battleships. Not having the battle triangle might make a difference. I'll have to see if there's a 67 here and try one of each of those. That's a 66. We'll try the 67 battleship. Okay, that was not too bad. Maintaining shields. We're up to 900 of the cargo. Test. 44 independent credits. I mean, that's not bad. A 1 hour repair speed up. For 65, again, not bad. Any 67 loot goblins? No. Love the mission part 2. Choose between G6 Explorer parts or some or parts of Sigma Steel. G6 battleship parts for both. Morning, Sancho. How you doing? That was a 67 I did, right? Yes. It's definitely really interesting working the way up. Donations. You're donating chip parts? Just woke up, so coffee to cigarette, and now contemplating my life choices regarding the game. There's a large portion of the data of the player base that is doing that today. Very large portion. Alright, we've got a 68 loot goblin. I can compare that against a 68 battleship. I have a feeling this is gonna knock off like a quarter of my health. Maybe not that much, maybe, I don't know. No, not that much. I guess I'm so used to dealing with some of the newer hostels that there's always like a really significant jump for each level. I've never heard so many people that they've had enough of a gain, it's running rampant. It is... Donate G6 Explorer parts or Sigma Steel. That's crazy. I mean, hopefully it's only like 50 parts or something. 500 steel. Hey Dustin, have I scrapped a G5 ship yet? I have not started one. I know I wouldn't be able to complete one in the run of this arc, probably. Not anyone that I'd be interested in doing, at least. I think I'm gonna be about where probably one system underneath where Big Booty's at. I'm gonna probably be 68 to 69 for my target area. $2,500 parts. That's not horrible. G6 parts. That's not horrible. There's a 69 loot goblin. That's got 4,000 on it. Six or seven. G6, yeah. Like 60 days to scrap an epic G5 ship, yeah. Okay. 69 loot goblin wasn't bad at all. We're getting close on losing shields. 69's probably gonna be the limit. Should hopefully get a chance to face off against the 70. Crud, sorry. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry at all. How am I doing? Doing fine. The hostiles aren't proving overly difficult. I kind of expected a little more fight back from them. My expectation was probably like getting into like level 65 and start encountering issues without having the building upgraded a little bit. I was kind of expecting like level 1 was going to be like 61 through like 64, and then like level 5 you'd probably start getting into like 65 to 70s. Level 72 for me is just playing Farmville at the moment, considering the amounts of resources we need to upgrade ships to the base. But with this update, they killed the progress for the free-to-play or lore spending by removing their choices of how to play the game. I don't personally see that, but I was probably also one of the minority that didn't really care for the choice token systems. I've never like a super big fan of that. I liked the traditional battle passes more. Like, I definitely understand the choices, but I never felt like there was much of a choice. Because I always feel like you're needed to be in a certain balance. The only thing that was really beneficial for choice was being able to get a little bit more Sigma out of one of the categories. Like, I don't think the ore gas crystal was really part of the choice. I think it was mainly if you were going for R steel or titanium. At least that's what it's like in high G6 and G7 for me. Ooh, 70's definitely taking a big chunk. 70's definitely taking a big chunk. We lost shields there. So 69 is my current limit with this crew. Which I don't think that's too bad. I don't think that's too bad at all. Level 1 building, no real mitigation against the hostiles. I don't have the new ship skin yet. I don't think that's too bad. 71's 1.6 trillion, 72 jumps up to 12.3 trillion. 73 is only 9.1. That's interesting. If you do the mission, you get the building up to level 3. Yeah, I think I'm going to actually start the mission because I feel like this is probably enough hull to do something with the mission. At least get me kickstarted on it. And I don't normally do like the missions day 1. Like I would typically wait, but we're gonna do this one. Detecting a direct distress signal, unknown origin, signal is strange. We should go investigate. So this is gonna be the signal from the new ship. Crew of the USS Athena find themselves in an unfamiliar space, blah, blah, blah. Same story as always for everything. And then we're going to do the pro move and grab the GS-31 for this. Screenshot in Discord. There it is. Like, where the hell is Discord? Yeah, you got me beat on something. I think my problem is I've got Carol Marcus below deck still. Or Walk Carol. And I have a feeling that playing into that a little bit for me because my shields aren't holding for that. I should have been smart enough to swap her out. Because that was... Yeah, you ended up taking its whole shield down. I think I was putting more damage down to the hull because you had the shields fully depleted. But I mean, that could be Walk Scotty too. But I definitely got rocked hard on that one. Temporal Conduit for the Chaos deck. I don't know what I had. I had the Godsend. I don't know if I have Temporal. I do have Temporal Conduit. Yeah, I wouldn't actually run Temporal Conduit. Because I still have BLT down there. Yeah, I don't know. It's always something to think about. Yeah, I think I would probably be more likely to put the Inaran Execution post on instead of... that. I think I'd rather have the 100% chance on Hull Breach and take the 85% chance on burning. I guess that depends on the round count though too, right? I mean, that's only going... This only went 4 rounds, so I don't think burning would have really benefited. Because that's only going to take the 3% of hull damage. Or 4. I don't remember if it works at the top of the round or the bottom. It gets tricky though, because sometimes that 4% can make a difference too. Or 3%. Ooh, I don't know if this is gonna work for this or not. Hey, there's Wrath of Butter Pecan. Butter Pecan, you made it on the internet. You're famous. Is this Caleb? You're the one we have to thank for saving our skin. We came as quickly as I could. How was your crew faring? No casualties, thankfully. The ship is another story. Comms, navigation, core power, engineering says it's not looking good. The commander has a station not too far from here. We could tow you there. This is exactly what I expected. This is exactly what I expected. That's mighty generous of you, Independent. Very well. Doctor, is that really? I don't see what choice we have. We're sitting ducks out here. Besides, if they're going to try to any funny business, I think they would have already. Correct? No funny business. You have our word. Then go ahead. Engaging tractor beam. I don't remember if I actually said anything about this last night. But this is exactly the way I expected this story to work out. I was expecting to have them ask for a tow job, yes. I was expecting Caleb to... Actually, I was expecting the EMH to ask for a tow job. I don't know what other characters that we have. I don't know if it's only going to be the... Okay. Oh, jeez.
Here's a thought for Wrath of Butter Pecan. Oh, Wrath of Butter Pecan, you cheeky devil. Cottontail 86 may be the king of the keyboard, but a tow job? That's a bold strategy, maybe just to keep his feet on the ground while his head's in the clouds. Just remember, toes are for twitching, not twitching, if you catch my drift. Keep it playful, or Bunnybot might hop in with some wild ideas. Rabbit face, smiling face with horns.
Oh.
Wrath of Butter Pecan asked me, why was Cotton expecting a tow job? Curious, the ways of Cotton are. Expecting a tow job, one does not typically. Perhaps misunderstood they did. Strange the galaxy is if tows are involved. At least not the typical mission one embarks on.
Thank you for the stream.
Who did we have? Asian boy, a 3-stream streak. Thank you so much.
Of Butter Pecan asked me, why was Cotton expecting a tow job? Damn it, Wrath of a Butter Pecan sounds like a classic case of miscommunication in the galaxy. Maybe Cotton got their signals crossed while dealing with those 61+ missions. Space is full of strange surprises, and sometimes you end up with a tow job when you least expect it. Keep your phasers ready and your toes safe.
Okay. Sometimes I have to wonder where they get all that stuff.
Wrath of Butter Pecan asked me, why
He recognized the doctor, but the doctor doesn't recognize him.
mysteries of the galaxy, my friend? Who can really say why Cotton was expecting a tow job? Perhaps it was a mix-up in the universal translator. Or maybe Cotton just stumbled into one of those unexpected, quirky moments that space travel is famous for. In the world of Starfleet, we often encounter the weird and the wild. Just remember, keep those toes ready for anything.
Oh, that wasn't Drunk Riker. That was just regular Riker. I was like, that was very good for Riker, but... Yep, 20 to 60 got tranquility. All right, so Caleb, where are we? Poor first impression, Caleb. All right, so we do have some of the other cadets. He has a point, though. This place looks different. No offense. Forgive my fellow cadets, Commander. You honor us with your hospitality. Look at all these ships. So retro. That's interesting. Speaking of ships, time to face the music. Let's go see exactly what we're dealing with. Yeah, but my assumption was that it was going to be damaged and then we were going to have to tow it back to the station. And then that's why it's going to be in the station. And then next month we're going to have it fixed and we're going to be able to use it. It's surprisingly coherent, Riker. That should be his name. Not uber horny for the cranking one out in the holodeck, Riker. Extensive damage. This will not be easy to repair. An astute observation. Engineering tells me we need some specialized parts, which I think are going to be even harder to get our hands on than usual. There must be something we could do in the meantime. Minor repairs while we figure out how to source the parts. Indeed there is, though we're already running low. Things are a little tight in the resource department. Of course, we wouldn't presume to ask even more of you, Commander. You have been so generous already. It would surely be too much to ask. For some resources for the ship? Would you like us to give you some resources to repair your ship? You're a very soul of decency. Would you happen to have 6-star Explorer parts or your Sigma Par Steel even? So I think that's actually a Sexy Lola's 2000 biddies. 20 biddies at most. You're gonna make my face red. You're gonna pay for it. We'll just put it that way. Hollow Spank Riker is drunk Riker. I like that. So we get a hint that next month's USS Athena is gonna be a explorer. Is this one of those things where we're actually donating stuff?
PK on asked me, why are you always masturbating on the holodeck? So no, the mysteries of life, much like the unexplained quirks of the universe. But in the grand scheme of things, there are plenty of uses for the holodeck, like fine-tuning tactical maneuvers or unwinding with a good game of Paris' Squares. Why focus on one rumored activity when the galaxy is filled with endless possibilities? Speaking of mysteries, ever wondered why tribbles multiply so fast? That's beyond belief, fact, or fiction worthy.
Huh. So if I donate Par Steel, I get more Sigma repair speed ups. No, I don't. 35 30-minute ones. That's 17 and a half hours, so I still do get more. One of those things, though, it doesn't tell me what I'm donating. $250 Explorer parts. Totally worth it. Not a patch on our academy, but that will certainly suffice. Come, let's debrief the cadets. That's not the button I wanted. So what, are we stuck here? Think of it as an extended field trip. You'll probably look back and think of this foray to wherever and whenever we are right now as the making of you. I, for one, am excited to see where this adventure takes us. You would say that. Regardless, it is a situation we find ourselves in, and we must rise to it. We're going to find a way back, right? Back to the 32nd century, of course. How exactly did you come to find yourselves here? We had through a temporary wormhole. We had the misfortune of running into the Venari Raw. Interesting. Hey Chad, how's it going? Joel on True Green Tea, how's it going today? You're always talking about Riker. Count yourself lucky, Commander, that you've never run afoul of their ilk. Thank you, Broken Wolf. At least we're safe from them here, right?
I'll ask him next time I talk to him, though.
Whole new timeline or whatever.
You're like, look, this burnt butter biscuits guy says he used to work for ESPN.
Click through the story so fast. I just wanted to double check to see what kind of hints that they might have for next month. Just specifically for the fact that the ship is in our station. And so far what I've been able to make of it is the ship, ship needs to be repaired. Something I've been tossing around in my head is I was wondering if there was a possibility that this might not be something we have to rebuild from scratch through blueprints, and perhaps this is something that there is some kind of a repair operation with. There was a story. Usually I'd skip the story too, but some of these stories get to be interesting. So we just definitely wanted to make sure we get into them. Hi, Ryan. I'll do. Excuse me. I have to take care of something. So he's going to the holodeck. Are you alright? Let him go. We have more important things to worry about than Darren's feelings. Like what happened to the Chancellor. She was right there on the bridge before everything went dark. And she was just gone. Doctor, how exactly did we get here? We can understand the mechanism by which we arrived. Perhaps we can reverse engineer our way back. Oh, well, that's the question of the hour, isn't it? Something I'll be looking into as soon as I can acquaint myself with the Commander's science lab. Security alert, an unauthorized shuttle has just departed the station. Damn it, Darrow. Will this day never end? Let's go, Commander. Your fastest ship. Chop chop. Where's this? Oh, that's right there. Too many paragraphs to read through on stream. I hear ya. Is this the only mission? There's only the one that was in the holodeck. I don't know if this is going to change to a different one or not, but they could also do the thing where they're going to introduce one now, and then they'll introduce one next week, and then the one the following week. Because the way that they kind of had the patch notes laid out, there's kind of like four phases of this arc, so I kind of expect one for each. There's a part 2 already. Maybe after this one completes, the part 2 might pop. I don't remember how many pieces we got either. How many holodeck things. This is where we came through. Did you just think he could fly back just like that? There's a ship on an intercept course with a shuttle. He's about to be in a whole lot of trouble. We have to do something. Targeting the hostile ship. I had both at the start. I'm gonna look again. Yeah, my academy bucket went away. I haven't looked at my other account. Different stuff. Different stuff. Yeah, I got something called... I don't know if this is new today. Truth of Worth Part 1 and Art of Living Part 1. I don't know if that was the same thing or not. Ah, but no harm, no foul, yeah. Hey, how are you with the others? We made a deal, we did. A mutually beneficial arrangement, if you will. You want in? With your firepower? Well, I'd rather you have you as my friend than enemy, if you know what I mean. Others, who have you been talking to? Ah, Darum. What are you still doing here, Scram? Commander, can you make sure our prodigal cadet gets back on board safely? Affirmative, engaging tractor beam. Finish part 1 and no part 2. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it.
Thank you for the street. I just wanna thank you for the street.
Ryan with the 7 stream streak. Thank you so much. Basically, now just figured out that the character's name is Genesis. You know, like, I didn't realize that even... Well, I don't remember any of the characters' names from... from the series, from watching it, even. That was immediately out of hand. Like, I knew who they were talking about when I was watching the stuff, but... I don't remember any of the names anymore. That was pretty stupid, going off on your own like that. At least get the lay of the land first. Leave it, will you? This isn't... Take a breath, cadet, you're alright. And we're gonna get back, that I promise you. Now report back to sickbay for a checkup. The rest of you can accompany him. I'll be with you momentarily. Class dismissed. We need to keep them busy, Commander. I know you haven't had the chance to do any lesson prep, but now would be a good time to throw some ideas out there. Actually, I already have something for you. But you haven't had a spare minute since we got here. I've been reviewing pedagogic strategies in the background. That's a word I don't know. Fascinating. I didn't know such advanced AIs existed back now. I'm ahead of my time. Come, let me show you how I'll keep the cadets occupied. Okay, so this is where we go into the space and do the things. It was to show how bad the show is. We can't remember the character's name after 10 hours of watching. Omega J, Fruit 400 stream streak. Oh, I don't think I've had 400 streams total. I was looking at my stats earlier and I was like, it's getting close to... What was I getting close to? 500 hours streaming. Like I should hit 500 hours next month. Is the meter, does the battle pass seem a lot emptier? The battle pass does seem a lot emptier. But I think that's more of a visual change than anything. Got some officer laurels. I think it's just mainly that they changed the way that the artwork looks. Like, we're getting, like, more stuff. Because normally we were only getting, like, a couple of different things. I don't know what the overall total is going to be as far as what's different, but... I think there's more milestones, too. Because I think, what did it normally stop at, 20? Because this is taking place of the week between the arcs. The additional 5 days or whatever. You and your students are lost in time, but by all means, let's dialogue out lesson planning. At up 66, these new hostels are a pain. Well, I mean, I'm hitting a couple levels underneath me. I think that's gonna be 318 hours of stream time. That's nice. I'm at 355. No, 450. What did I say? 466.95. So 467. Not too bad for just a little bit over a year. $554 stream total. Yeah, you get to have a little bit longer streams than me, I think, for the most part. But going to the January 15th. Yeah, you guys that get to stream during the daytime have a little bit more time. Get a couple hours a night. Been actually streaming 4 years though. Yeah, I mean, if you've only been putting in a couple days a week for a while, especially if it's only like a couple hours at a time or whatever, it takes a while to add up. It's really interesting when you start seeing like the hours watched, because those numbers get really, really interesting. Well, that doesn't seem to work. He's just present in chat. He's not actually watching. They're calling him on it. Would not take long if you would start doing 20 hours for 24-hour streams. This is very true. It would not take long to add up. Calling some favors with our friends from Starfleet Academy. They agreed to supply us with combat training drones. No questions asked. For now. They look a bit worse for wear. Haha. These drones are obsolete, but I have been assured they are still perfectly functional. Beggars can't be choosers. Command. A demonstration. Watch and learn, cadets. This is the attack 61 thing. And hostiles of level 61 or higher. What are the chances that there's enough in here to make a good dent? We'll get 5 out of the way. Four? Only 4. That must have hit at 64 or 60. Lurking counts. It definitely does. 3 24-hour streams? Oof. I can't say that I am interested in doing a 24-hour stream. Wow, more 1 year, 12 days. That's putting you in the initial ground of followers. Happy 1 year, thank you. Yeah, I guess it was technically... What would that have been? A little bit, almost 5 weeks ago? Unless you lurk on more than 2 channels. I think you can lurk on 3. 30-hour stream. Let's go in the wrong direction. 18-hour stream, yes. Why doesn't that work? Do I just not have that function enabled? Or do I not have it set up correctly? Like, I don't have the point system enabled, but I wouldn't expect that to stop the follow thing. Unless that's tied together? At least I don't watch myself. Follow age works. Almost a year following, you never watched any. I don't know why that doesn't work. View time? What are you going to do with your 2 items per day via the daily login calendar? I don't know. That's a good question. I'm probably going to have to start using my Rialto so I can repair it. View time is busted for everyone. Apparently nobody actually watches. Not even myself. The command is enabled. Well, let's do this. We'll disable it there. Let's enable the one in streamer bot. Well, let's just follow age. Uptime. Did that not have a... Did that not have a watch time one? Account age, follow age, stats, team, uptime. We'll see if this works. I don't know if the... Let's see. I don't know if that part of the default stuff. Do we have watch time as a variable? Or is it tied? It must be tied to the loyalty program on Stream Elements. Requires the loyalty system to be active. Well, I screwed you guys over on that one. Everybody starts over at 0. Uptime works.
More DHD asked me, why is it that wherever more DHD goes, he manages to derail a stream unintentionally? Janeway, what should more DHD do? Should they sacrifice another Tom Paris? Or more DHD, the ever-present chaos factor? It's like bringing a tribble onto the bridge. They just... Образопишен папакой вручись на зубрича. Искай прорка чагисаги. Яси should the sing.
Janeway had a stroke.
A ruckus. As for sacrificing another Tom Paris, I'd say hold off on that for now. Paris may be a pain in the ass, but he's our daredevil pilot, and cleaning up his messes keeps things interesting. Maybe just let more DHD embrace the chaos. Sometimes a little turbulence spices up the stream. Just keep the coffee flowing and the crew on their toes.
Perfect. Self. Has been following Codtail for 9 months, 11 days, 7 hours, 38 minutes, and 5 seconds. One of those is way more specific than the other. That's crazy that it goes down to the second like that. Yeah, Voyager's similar in size to Constitution class. I wouldn't necessarily expect that, I guess. Alright, chosen operations is your focus. Not too late to change. Damn, let a girl dream. Alright, cadets, enough field time. Theory is just as important after all. Set a course for your station, Commander. Where are we at? We're not going to recall that ship. Recall that one. Hey, Ultravetica, how's it going? Good stream last night? I'm guessing you woke up. Like, happy time zone. Just recovering from Arcfall, I could imagine. I know I was thinking about that today, is like could I handle taking some time off of work and, you know, like picking up some of the extra times? It'd be weird. I was able to watch most of your show this morning. It was definitely good information. You and Kenny did a good job this morning. Constitution is 23 decks, 287 meters versus the USS Voyager's 15 decks. So it is quite a bit smaller. From an Op 66 player with the LX and the GS and the Cube, the new Hostiles 62s, you die. That doesn't surprise me, I guess. Did you do the building yet and get the, or did you do the mission yet and get the building upgraded? Looks like the cadets are settling in. Thank you for making them all feel welcome, Commander. Of course, you may stay as long as you wish. Your return journey will not be an easy one, it seems. Do you have any leads? None. The chance that we're here, we'll figure it out. After all, we have the most powerful independent in the galaxy on our side. That's making some assumptions. Been testing for 7 rounds, you can't. We don't want to deep dive into things or read patch notes verbatim on screen. Yeah, I think you guys did a good job of making sure everybody understood what was going on without getting into the nitty-gritty details. I mean, that was kind of something I was trying to avoid last night and today. It's like there's enough other people that are going to go into the details of things. Like, I didn't really feel like it was necessary for me to be another one of those people. Another bug. Being unable to claim the day 1 rewards from the daily login Boldly Go event has been raised. So that's supposed to clear up at Daily's Reset. At Daily's Reset, the claim should happen. No, the Chancellor here. We'll figure it out after all. The most powerful independent in the galaxy is on our side. You do not know any other independents in this galaxy. Ha, she called him out on his bullshit. But other versions of me have known you. They must be someone worth knowing. The faith without having any reason to have faith. Yeah, at the end of this mission, there's the class honors. Oh, the milestone at the top. Yeah, I heard that wasn't collectible. I like how that took over my entire screen too. Thank you for playing the turn down for crap, Asian boy. Put my avatar on top layer and dance with it. I didn't I never thought about that. I think maybe when I redo my streaming setup, because I'm gonna be kind of set up a little bit more like Rev Deuce with a nice background and stuff. Whoever made that here is a genius. That's all I want to do now. That makes me concerned about the cooldown on that one too now. Okay, so I haven't had a chance to get one of these opened up. It does kind of make it look like that's claimable, but it's not claimable yet. That'd be the dream. Behind me is all closets with mirrors on them. Worst streaming room ever. I'm kind of in the corner of my living room. Oh, I just missed that one. I wanted to see if it gave you any warning about joining. Yeah, I plan on getting like a standing desk and everything like that once I get that all situated. Then I can become a little more animated with stuff like that happens. I know I was looking at some pictures of houses online, and yeah, there's a couple of them that like an entire wall was like just all different mirrors, like from the closet door, and then there was like some other mirrors on the wall and stuff. I'm like, holy crap. Ran a black sheet on a rope and then eliminated black. It was just a floating head. Yeah, I mean that's that's basically what chat is. 3 double door closets behind me all with mirrors. Yeah, it was a dude, maybe are you selling your house? Did I look at that online? All right, so that was the end of those missions. I mean, I have thought about doing like the green screen thing too, because I mean, if I wear a shirt like this on screen, like that becomes. I used to actually have like a virtual green screen, but then I realized that the clothing that I wear is limited. Like the first time I wore like one of these green shirts on stream, like my body went semi-transparent because it wasn't quite close enough, and I was like, okay. Like, that's not the thing I'm going for. So I just have background removal on OBS, not OBS, NVIDIA broadcast. It does a pretty decent job. Like every once in a while, like it'll get confused and lose a little bit of it around the headphones and stuff, but generally pretty decent. Well, I know you can set it any color that you want. I didn't realize that was a thing when I started. Might have gone that route, but still want to remain anonymous. I definitely understand that. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, I think that you've got a good balance. Because you still have the you know, the ability to see like emotional stuff too. If it's like full like VTuber stuff, then like it's like you know, like it's all animated, and you know, like a lot of them do a really good job of capturing emotions and stuff, but yeah. I mean, that's 3/4 of body language, I think. You know, or well, maybe everything except for body language, but I mean, that's the good portion of communications. All right, so I'm gonna do a couple building upgrades. I don't know if anything in the refinery changes at any other levels. I know it said level 10, but I'm just gonna check. And Didn't get enough of anything to do any upgrades yet. Or trade downs, trade ups. Manage junk, but is quick to set up. Whatever works. Like, I was looking at the, you know, like the, pull-up green screens that you could set up for temporary purposes. Too, just to have that extra part for the background. But I've seen people, you know, like just use like PNG tubing with, you know, like two, you know, like basically just open mouth and closed mouth. And I think that can do a fairly effective job too. All right, so we're gonna go back out to see if a couple more levels of the building does anything different with that 70. I did kind of think about stealing Ultraviolet because being transferred into a lower dex character thought process. I think stuff like that, it's kind of an interesting thing to be able to do. Took about a month to make. I don't know how much work is involved behind any of that kind of stuff. Like, I haven't looked at any of the rigging software or anything like that. And like, if I was gonna do it with mine, it would be like very, very, very basic. Had a lot of problems getting it to work. I can imagine like there's I don't know if there's like some kind of training involved with getting your set for your environment, but I mean, it's keeping track of a lot of stuff at once. There's a lot of stuff that plays into that. I mean, lighting and camera quality and probably even your background to a degree too would play into that. On animes, it took less than an hour to throw a half-decent facsimile that I was not really satisfied with, but settled for. Well, and I think that's okay to settle for something at the beginning, because I think a lot of getting started in this is putting enough effort to get into it, to try it out, to see if you like it, and then making the decision if you want to put a little bit more into it. Like, my first actual stream was in December of 2024. And then I took 3 months off. And my next stream wasn't until March. Because I don't know, I learned quite a bit about that. Well, my very, very first was way before. It was probably my first stream was probably like 2020, 2021. Actually doesn't give a fuck what is in the background. Targets my face, and that's it. If I leave it, disappears, and if something gets in front of my face, it disappears. Well, that's pretty decent then. Okay, so the 70 did... I should have taken a little bit of a change in my crewing. But I think 69 should be a good level for me. I don't know if that's the good level for Salazar too or not. Janeway Dock E-Data. Yeah, maybe. It'll take a little bit of playing with the... get the exact crew worked out. It defaults to a blank stare. 71s are my sweet spot. If 71s are your sweet spot, I think 69s being my sweet spot's probably right in the right range. Without getting really deep into changing crews. So yeah, I'm punching down 2 to 3 levels. Which that's a little bit frustrating because that's, you know, right at the edge of going between the G6 and the G7 ones. It would be a very big advantage to be able to get into doing the G7 ones. Then I wouldn't have to worry about the conversion factor of it. But at this point, I'll take what I can get. I have a feeling that if I got the new skin for the Vengeance, I'd probably stand a really good chance of being able to go up to the 71s. Yeah, I'm using my basic G7 crew right now, too. Like I said, shields are a little bit dicey. The 69s, I'm getting to the point where it's just so with a decent run. Does that get anything in the refinery? Nothing in the refinery. That's a quarter. That's a quarter of an upgrade. To give out 400 7-star training merits. Which is enough to get 600 of the engineering credits. Which get the class honors 120. Okay. This has a sustainability built into it. It's going to take a little bit of work to get it worked into it. But I see the path forward. I definitely see the path forward. I did upgrade my shield last. Yeah, I think quantum slipstream should be good. I don't know about the godsend. Maybe doing the chrono deflector to get the extra shield repair. That might be interesting. Apex barrier, critical damage, shield repair. Could that be enough? Simple check. The day one login worked. Mine's still not showing. We could restart. We could restart. It does show. That's interesting because it's already got the point highlighted without actually collecting. But yeah, it's definitely looking like the same condition. Make sure there's not like an invisible claim button or something. I don't even know if I got my 10 latinum. I don't feel like I got it. No, I did get it. I did get the 10 latinum. Where do you do the duo waves? Right above Federation G6 space. Right between Federation G6 and the G7 outposts. Don't spend it all in one place. I don't think I'm even gonna go in there until... I don't know, is there an event now that's asking for it? Like, I didn't feel like that was an objective for this week. Don't even know if I could do even one. Well, it's a 2-person thing. Yeah, so I'm not even going to go in there until the actual event is running. We have a scientific exchange. Spend mats on research. Interesting. Mission keys. Good evening, Damo. Kill 15 drones any level. Where do they got that hidden under? Is this one? Nope, that's purchasing. Yeah, I didn't think that the Buddy Waves thing was starting yet. Combat simulation events. Yeah, but that's just the regular hostiles that I'm already killing. Yeah, you don't have to actually go into the defense waves. You just have to be in this these hostile systems. Kill the 15 drones there. Okay, so that's still G7. Do I go straight for the 71? Or do I try the 70? For science, I need to try the 70. Okay, so that did not add any effectiveness. Still broke shields. Officer Depot token event. I don't think that there was today. I haven't looked at the calendar or anything to know for sure. But I thought I had heard something about later. You know, next time before I come in here, maybe I should use the Omega ability. Punk shields because her parents spent all her child actress money. Right here, COD and Omega. That's a very fair point. No, doing these experimentations like this, using the NSEA Protector's ability would not be a bad idea to give you a second chance. Don't think I'm going to be able to kill this one, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'm gonna be mad if I have to go through a bunch of this and not have the ability to do an actual upgrade. So I'm gonna grab Loot Crew. We'll go that route. We'll leave the lower decks the same. Go after 69s. There's definitely been people trying them in our system, in our server here. I've seen a couple of them go. Not too many though. Not that I've seen, at least. I've been watching super heavy for them. $1.1 million G6 training merits. That's a good start. It's definitely a good start. I have to go do the V'ger stuff too. We'll send the Excelsior off to do Excelsior things. Okay, this needs something on it now. Do I have anything? Nothing helpful, free. Why doesn't have anything? Where is this going? This is going over here. Getting all these new spaces mixed up now. I'm running out of brain in my brain room. Hour and 51 minutes? No, I have an hour and 51 minutes to do my Excelsior things. I never do things the night before event reset, because I feel like that makes me have to do things twice sometimes. Plus, it's bedtime when event reset hits. You bought this simulacrum refit for the Vengeance? I'm very much contemplating it. It looks like a pretty decent thing. I'm not sure about the way it looks though. I think it's going to be very necessary if you want to keep up on PvP things. Hard on the eyes, I can imagine. I wonder if the Dauntless can take on the 61s. That's why they made bookmarks. Yellows are hostile locations, blues are mission planets with missions. Locked by prerequisites, reds are player bases. I used to keep the bookmarks, but after I lost them a couple of times, I gave up on them. I don't trust them. And I don't think it's worth resetting them up. Because, like, I've never deleted any bookmarks. I think if you always stay on one platform, it's probably not very often that you actually lose them, but I think jumping back and forth makes them more susceptible to disappearing. That's maybe making a little bit of a difference. Need one of them all trip packs they used to sell. I know DJs keeps trying to push them to do those kind of packs, but I think they would sell the shit out of them. I think everybody in G7 would buy whatever limit they put on them. Not everybody, but a lot of people would. I probably wouldn't. Vault of Lost Indium is a good deal for $400. Yeah. What did we end with? 66K. That one was 25K. That one was only 7,200. 25K, so that's a little bit over double what I'd been taking home. I don't know if anything came in any of the chests at all. Negative. I did get 3 15-hour speed ups though. So that would require what, 5 tokens? 4 tokens. I think that's probably worth it for the couple of to get that first round of refines to be able to get some more of the building stuff. Battle Pass Mythical comes with 100 NX01 and Reliant schematics. If I already have the ship, will it let me trade those for parts? My 25 account has a turn in for Franklin. Is it the trophy things? Is it the trophy schematic things? Yeah, I've got a Franklin. Franklin thing right now for that. Franklin schematic to frequency modulator. No, I think that might not pop up until that's your ship. Because I believe they said that this month's ship was the Franklin. So I think that's why that's in the event store. Do you have the Franklin one in the event store or the Franklin A? Relying on NX01. Okay. I guess I'm not at that level yet because it's level 25, so I can't build either one of those ships. They're still focusing this account on the Franklin. Well, Franklin A technically goes from 30... What is it, 38 up to 60. Are you talking for a ops range for the event focus? Oh, God. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. I was gonna say, like, for effectiveness, for like wanting to do upgrades for it, it would be effective all the way through 60. But yeah, for the acquisition side of things, yeah, I can definitely see that. Yeah, all my stuff's been about Discovery and Franklin right now for 25. When that gets up to like 26, at maybe 27, it's gonna change again. So much stuff to keep up with those specialty ships. It's definitely the most difficult part of the mid-ops ranges. Which they do a pretty decent job of keeping the upgrades available and stuff, I think. Killed 3 Franklins to win an SLB. From the refinery and the faction, you can only pull 1 set. They used to have others in like the Ferengi store and stuff. So you could fully build the second one, but oh, they let you actually pull for a second ship now? It used to be a one and done. Okay, that's not bad then. Yeah, when they originally had it, when they originally launched the Franklin A, you couldn't get the parts to level up that second Franklin outside of an event store. So you had to spend your event store currency to actually upgrade your second Franklin, which was kind of a waste. Because that was taking away from either like other ships that you needed to upgrade or officers that you wanted to acquire. It was a very big decision. Easy peasy, I'll just gotta stock up on them this time. Yeah. Yeah, if you know that's a mechanic you want to take advantage of, that's definitely worthwhile. I don't know if there's any scrapping ability or if it's just going to be spending, because I know a lot of those events have been paying like really good latinum and stuff for upgrading those specialty ships. Like I sped through 24 just on the latinum that I earned from upgrading my Franklin. I could probably go to 26 off of it too. Especially now that they made the speed up go for everything. Got scope lead. That scales was amazing. Do we have another 67? I don't know if the 67 Interceptor's tight enough of a battle. You know, for the most part, having hit Q on might not be that big of a deal either. For short battles like that. Because he's only getting a chance to actually kick in once. I mean, it's still a benefit. If it's going into the second round, that's always good. Wonder what happens at the building if it is longer than 28 days. I was wondering if it wasn't going to let you start it if it was longer than 28 days. Or if it just continues to exist. Like it doesn't expire. Kind of like if you have a exocomp that you start when you leave your station for mining. Like that persists usually until you return back to station. I was imagining that it was going to work like that. That it was as soon as the building finished, then it would disappear. So like if you have a building that takes 300 days, you could technically have that 28-day slot used up for 300 days. That's my expectation. I don't know. I haven't asked anybody that would actually know. And it might even be wrote in its description. I don't even want to click on that by accident. No, it doesn't even have an actual description. We'll let it finish, but you can't speed it up. That would suck. Well, this is brand new, so you never know what kind of bug it could actually have. I wouldn't trust it with anything important. I'll put it that way. I would do something I don't really care about first. Like upgrading the subspace relay or something. Or say recon locus. All that stuff doesn't take that long, I guess. There. Outpost Control Center. Let that go for 39 days. See what happens on day 29. See, now, does that add a different slot? Or does that only replace the one that's there? It's not like they're advertising... They're not advertising the rentable slot right there. Well, for me at least, because I don't have any of the other purchased ones. Maybe if you already have the other two purchasable ones unlocked, it might show you the rentable slot there, I guess, but I don't know. I want to get this one refine done today. I don't know why I went to this 68 system when I could have just went to that one. Extra 40-second warps. Yeah, I'm on like my 5th trip, but this is only my 3rd one actually hunting for loot. Like my first 2 trips were just pushing my limits. Which I could probably put my other tech, my other forbidden tech back on, since I know that doesn't work. That might actually help this battle with these weaker ones a little bit. That extra shield repair off of that was not enough to push me up to the 70s. It made a difference. It did make a difference. I had much better hull left. But I do like it when I can do stuff without having to change crews around a lot. How much ISO damage? I'm pushing out 113 billion on the crits. Mid 110s on crits. 130. 140s. I suppose it's increasing as we're going. This thing is spawning in the 69s for me right now. Yeah, there's definitely plenty of crit damage happening. I don't know if that's mainly Janeway. No, I'm not even using Janeway. I'm using Picard now. See if we can knock down a couple of 67s. This might be getting close to a refine. This might be close to a refine now. All right, so I can do the conversion from 6 to 7. And then I can turn in the 7-star training merits. For engineering credits. And then I can turn the credits in for the class honors. Come on, big pull. Crap, I got the low pull. I'm not gonna pull the rare facade building stuff yet. I think I'm gonna stick all my focus into class honors for now. Try to get this up to level 20. If that's sustainable, this is the entry into the dual waves. That's 2, 3. I just need to be able to get 72. 72 on a trip would be perfect. I got 82 on that trip. $53 on that trip. That's inconsistent. That's the difference between hitting the 69s and 67s. That's interesting. I'm gonna switch back to the Godsend. I think that little bit of apex barrier is definitely beneficial. And then getting that extra weapon damage doesn't hurt. Sweet. Well, I mean, that's stage 1 of the new loop. It's just working in these hostels. Stage 2 is going to be doing the actual dual waves. But I think stage 1 isn't bad. It's better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a little bit more of a struggle with the building at such a low level. But punching down with a loot crew definitely feels like the right play. I think we're gonna call that a night. I think that's a fairly good note to end on. Oh, let's see. Let's head over to the kitty cat, because I'm guessing Major Samuel's getting pretty close to wrap up, if I had to guess. DJ's just getting started. See if he's got any additional leaks to give out. And then yeah, bye's on cooldown. Well, it didn't have a timestamp. That's only like halfway to cool down. I need to figure out the reset mechanic behind that yet. I need to figure out what the goal is to get that one reset. It's probably going to be something stupid like 10,000 channel points or something. And I might just automate that and turn it into a streamer bot function. That way I don't have to mess with the timing on sound alerts anymore.
Here's a thought for Wrath of Butter Pecan. Oh, Wrath of Butter Pecan, Cottontail 86 ghosting without a bye. That's like a carrot left unbidden, confusing and slightly tragic. We all want to catch that sweet send-off, but hey, maybe Cotton's just trolling us with ninja vanish skills. Don't worry, he'll hop back before you can say bunny butt. Stay tuned and keep your snacks ready. Carrot rabbit face.
Bunny butt? We could do ninja vanish skills.
$50 Tech asked me, sing bye. Sing a tune, I will try. Ahem. Not again. The lies and games I'm through, so I'm leaving you. Bye. Fool of me, you made. To an end comes this charade. Just another player in this game for two. Tired of pretending. Leave it all behind. Must do. Bye. Indeed.
That was getting close. That was getting close to an actual song. Actual singing. Alright, if we get lucky, maybe DJs will end up running a duo wave. We can see what one of them looks like. Good luck in your mirror run, big booty.
Wrath of Butter Pecan asked me, sing bye. All right, Wrath of Butter Pecan. Here goes nothing. Clears throat. Ain't no lie, gotta tell you bye. Picture this, you're just another player in this game for two. Time to bring this charade to an end. I'm giving up, I'm moving on. No more pretending. It's a tough galaxy out there. And you know what? It's time we say goodbye. Damn. Hope that was worth the cool down.
More DHD asked me, Yoda, I need your help. Is it time to quit Star Trek Fleet Command? Or should I put up with all the broken promises? Quit, you should not, unless the fun it steals. Broken promises, an unfortunate part of the galaxy. They are. But ask yourself, what joy find you in the missions and battles? If frustration reigns supreme, meditate on a break you might. However, if hope remains for glorious battles, onward continue. Decision yours it is, like choosing between a womp rat or a bantha ride.
I thought that was gonna go quicker, but it did not go quick enough. All right, thanks everybody for joining today. I hope y'all had a great day. I'll be back live again,
Wrath of Butter Pecan.
possibly on Thursday.
Wrath of Butter Pecan, Bye Bye Bye, is the unofficial anthem of breakups everywhere, like the song saying, no more Mr. Nice Cottontail. It's catchy enough to ghost your ex while flossing, and let's be honest, singing it makes you feel too empowered to text back. So channel your inner instinct and strut like you're swiping left on life itself. Rabbit face collision microphone.
Hope everybody had a fantastic Tuesday. Appreciate the all the time spent tonight, the conversation, the good vibes. Actually, I was kind of afraid that we were going to be a little on the negative side, but everything was good and happy today. Hope everyone has a fantastic week. Like I said, I think I'm going to probably try to stream again on Thursday. Until then, hope everybody gets to enjoy a little bit of the arc, even if it's not the best that we've seen. Hopefully you get to see whatever bright side there is for it. That's fine, Broken Wolf. We're heading out to see DJs. Have a good night.